Ariel Helwani on the beach in St. Petersburg, Florida, alongside Dan Henderson, who is just a couple of days away from fighting Lyoto Machida at UFC on Fox 19 here in Tampa Bay, Florida. Unfortunately, that fight is now off because just yesterday, Wednesday afternoon, we found out that Lyoto Machida failed one of his pre-fight drug tests. And Dan is so kind enough to join us here on the beach as you are catching some rays. I appreciate this very much, Dan. Let's start at the beginning. When did you find out that the fight was off?
I found out yesterday, getting ready to do my pre-fight interview video shoot, right? You know, the one they play right before you walk out. And Dana called me up and said that there's a big possibility it might be off. And if it is, I'll be fighting June 4th against Hector Lombard. And I, was a little bit shocked and in disbelief, I think, at first that, I've never had that happen to me, especially fight week. Usually, I've had opponents drop out, but a couple weeks out or, they've changed even a week out. And, it's just pretty shitty the way that this happened.
Did you think he was joking at first?
No, I didn't think Dana was joking. I just felt that, that they would be able to get a replacement for him at the very least. And, I guess they tried, but had no luck 2 days, 2 or 3 days, 2 days before weigh-in. So,
any idea who they tried to get?
I don't know who all they tried to get. I think Hector was one of them, but he's still on suspension from his last fight. Other than that, I have no idea who else they tried, but I think they were shocked as well.
What was the explanation that you were given as to why he was pulled from the card?
Just took something he shouldn't have, but I don't know. It just makes me wonder after already hearing allegations about him taking PEDs in the past and and then he tests positive here. It's just, makes me wonder how long he's been doing things that he shouldn't have been doing.
You obviously fought him a few years back. Did you ever feel like he was one of those guys that was, trying to gain an advantage by taking PEDs?
No, I guess I never really thought about him as one of those guys, but, because he never tested positive. But back then, we always knew exactly when we'd get tested, and which is why I think I've even told you for years now that I was hoping for them to bring in no advance notice drug testing, and that will help clean up everything. And it's doing that, but I didn't realize that would cost me a fight, 2 days before.
So when Dana calls you and tells you it's a pretty good chance it's off, and if it doesn't happen, you're going to fight June 4th, then when are you told that it's officially off and now you're not fighting anymore on Saturday night?
About an hour later, I got a call from my agent saying, he just talked to Joe Silva and it's off for sure, and fighting Hector Lombard June 4th.
So is that 100% a done deal?
As far as I know, I mean, I think I have my agent working on a couple things that I would like in there, some sort of guarantee that they either have a backup fighter or somebody just in case Hector fails a drug test, which he has in the past also. So I can't afford to have this happen twice and have my two camps wasted in a row that just waste my time and everyone else's time.
We'll get to Hector in a second. Just curious, are you getting any kind of show money or anything for this particular fight?
No, I don't get any show money at all. So unfortunately, I don't get paid unless I fight.
And no Reebok money as well, I'd imagine, right?
No Reebok money, no nothing. Dana offered me a little bit of money to help pay for camp expenses, but it really still puts me in a pretty bad spot, just because it's tax day and tax time, and had already counted on getting paid. So
you didn't take that money?
No,
it just doesn't really help all that much.
It just just not. It's just insignificant compared to what I would have made fighting.
Did you ask at least for the show money?
My agent's working on that too.
Okay.
We're looking into that, but it's not the UFC's fault either. But at the same time, it's their show, and they're kind of the boss. So, hopefully I can get compensated a little bit to be able to make me a little more comfortable for this next training camp, because I got to go right back to work when I get home.
Mentally, how do you process something like this? Because you're already here, you're getting in the zone. I mean, you're about to cut that weight. The weigh-ins are in 24 hours. You made the trip from California. It's nice. It's all well and good to be here with your friends and family on the beach, but mentally, how are you processing all of this?
I'm just pissed off. And I don't know how many days it'll take to get that feeling to go away. It's not, like a fight. If I'm pissed off at myself, on my performance or anything like that, I'm just would be disappointed in myself. It's different. I'm just pretty angry, pissed off that Lyoto Machida would have no respect for anybody, to waste everybody's time. He didn't respect the fans. He didn't respect the sport, or Zuffa, or me, for that matter. So, it's just irritating and frustrating that, he had to go down that road.
And you shared those sentiments on Twitter shortly thereafter. I'm wondering if you had to sort of censor yourself. Did you want to say a lot more in that moment?
No. I mean, yeah, no, I guess, but I'm sure I had more feelings than just that. But that kind of summed up my feelings. I lost all respect for him because of that, and as I have for other people that have done that in the past as well. I just don't have respect for people that want to do that and cheat like that, and do something that they know is illegal or banned. So, it's unfortunate, but no, I was pissed off, but I censored myself a little bit, but I summed it up with those three little letters.
He claims he unknowingly took a banned substance. I'm wondering if you believe him.
Uh, as far as this circumstance, I don't know what to believe. But like I said, there's been other rumors and things that I've heard that lead me to believe that he's done other things, at least, that are illegal as well. So, I just obviously he didn't take his final drug test here, which probably would have been not so good either. So, yeah, I don't know. He he just kind of screwed up a lot of people's plans out here, and affected a lot of people. I have literally 50 people come flying out from California to watch me fight, and all my kids, everybody were coming out. So it affected a lot of people, and he's got a lot of people pissed at him now.
Are you going to stick around until Saturday or Sunday when you were supposed to go back home?
Yeah, I'm staying here till Monday,
Okay.
and my kids are flying out, and I already paid for everything, and so did all the people coming out. There's really been only a couple people that changed their plans and aren't coming now that were with me. So
Do you care to be booked against him again?
no, I really don't have any desire to fight him. You know, I don't want to give him the respect of even fighting him again. I just want to move on. I don't have that many fights left, and I don't need him to waste my time again.
Yeah. How many times were you drug tested prior to this fight?
I was drug tested twice during training camp for this one.
And all was well, right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't have any.
Yeah.
I don't have anything to worry about ever. So
There's a release that comes with fighting that I'm sure is built up throughout a training camp. You don't get that release now. How do you cope with that, right? I mean, it's got to be mentally. I can't imagine what it's like to come here. You're at the venue. You're in fight mode, and you don't get that release on Saturday night, right?
yeah, I guess not. But I guess you can ask my training partners when I get back to camp.
So you just go right back into camp now, right?
Yeah, I mean, June 4th isn't too far away, so I'll have about another 6 weeks to train. I scheduled one trip to, for about 4 days to the Bahamas from here, so I'm going to do that and then go home and, kind of clear my head for a week and then get back to training.
And from what I understand, correct me if I'm wrong, this was the final fight in your current contract. Is that accurate?
Yeah, I have one fight left, and this would have been it on my contract. So, now it's going to be June 4th.
way back when, many moons ago, you sort of spearheaded this free agency thing before it became in vogue when you went to Strikeforce. And now we see another Henderson, Ben Henderson, do it, and others have followed suit. Are you interested in testing the waters again?
Honestly, I don't know. It all depends on, I'd like to finish my career in the UFC, so I don't know what I'm going to do after my next fight. It might be the last one. I might fight a couple more. It kind of depends on what the UFC wants to offer me, and I'd like to still help build the sport and represent, the UFC or whoever, but need a paycheck. So right. If we can work out something, then I'll definitely stay with the UFC and probably not fight. If they're not interested in doing that, then I'll probably be fighting more.
And just curious, I don't know if you've seen on Twitter, Tim Kennedy has been very vocal about fighting you. He even volunteered to come here and fight you on Saturday. Have you seen that? Are you interested in that fight at all?
I think I saw that today. I don't know how interested I am in that fight. It doesn't seem like that exciting of a fight to me. I like Tim Kennedy. He's a tough, scrappy dude. But a lot of times his fights aren't overly exciting. And he's a tough guy to beat at the same time. So, I'd rather have a guy that is more suited for a more exciting fight. With me saying that, Lyoto wouldn't have been that guy either. And, it was just somebody that I was told, here's who you're fighting. So, Hector Lombard is a totally different guy, and he's going to come at me, and we're going to fight.
So you like that fight?
Yeah, I think it's a great fight for the fans, and for me, I like that style of guys that come at me. So,
one last thing on the contract thing: will you look to sign a new one before the Hector fight, or are you going to wait till after and see what happens in that fight?
I don't think it matters, because I'm not going to re-sign another contract unless it has other things in there that I'd like to see, and I don't think that that'll happen, and I'm not worried about it happening before the fight or after. It doesn't matter. It's all going to be the same thing.
Do you mind telling us what that is?
Well, just some sort of retirement package or a job afterwards.
So you want that in order to re-sign a new one?
I would require that for sure. No matter what fight contract I sign, that would have to be in there.
Have you expressed that to them yet?
We've talked a little bit about it, but like I said, it didn't really matter until I'm done with this contract. So
fair enough.
It's something that I'm not worried about having that talk. It can happen after, at some point. So that's pretty much the gist of everything.
So for now, what do? You just hang out for the next few days?
Yeah, just the rest of my friends and family kind of get in today and tomorrow morning, and kind of just enjoy for a little bit of time off and get right back to work. And unfortunately, I'm not celebrating.
How much you weigh, by the way?
Right now, probably 198, maybe.
198. Okay, so you didn't start the cut yet?
Not fully. I got down. I was about after Tuesday night. I was 6 pounds over after workout.
Okay.
So it wasn't bad.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't stopped eating or anything. I was leaning up, and I wasn't going to have trouble making weight. I can make weight now, even after.
Indulging a little bit.
Indulging a little bit, yeah.
Well, I certainly appreciate the time. Very sorry to hear the news. Let's end on this positive note. How about this T-shirt that you're rocking here, the Roots of Fight Dan Henderson shirt? Yeah. That's awesome. It's a great shirt. Congratulations.
It turned out pretty good, so we're pretty happy. And it's got a lot of good feedback on it.
Yeah,
so
rootsofight.com. People can get it.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Well, thank you, Dan. Appreciate the time and good luck, UFC 199.
All right. Thank you.